Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest this evening is a philanthropist and an author. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Melinda French Gates. Hi, nice to see you again.
Great to see you.
We've had a chance to talk quite a few times over the years.
Yeah.
I always enjoy it. Last time we were together, we were both talking about just about turned 60.
That's right. It happened.
It happened. Yeah.
For both of us.
It's about to happen to me again. I'm about to turn 60 again. How's the decade treating you so far?
It's been fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
So exciting. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get there. You also had a new grandchild since then. Congratulations. Do you really enjoy the role of grandma? What name do you have as grandma?
My name is Nona from the
Okay.
2 grandchildren, and I absolutely love it. You get to swing on swings again. You get to play in a sandbox, run in the grass.
So
it's
you're an
wonderful.
engaged grandma.
Definitely.
Okay, that's good. My mom had 11 children. And so she loved our children very much, but she was like, what a lovely child that is. They can stay right over there.
I get it after
Yes,
11.
11 children. You've got a new book.
Yes.
It's called The Next Day, Transitions, Change, and Moving Forward. And the first sentence in the book reads, I never expected to be writing a book like this. So why did you write a book like this?
Well, I was honored, and I was lucky enough and honored to do the Stanford commencement speech in June. And when I talked to the seniors about maybe what I should talk about in the speech, they said, if you think there's room to leave openings in our life and not just be on one path, one trajectory we feel like we're on, can you talk to us about that? And so I did, and then I decided to expand that into a book.
Well, you've always been a deeply private person. You know, I'm not even sure if your real name, is Melinda French Gates. But how difficult was it to write about truly challenging things in your lives, like the loss of a dear friend, the end of your marriage after 27 years?
Yeah.
How did you feel about sharing that after being so private for so long?
Yeah, I thought it would be, first of all, disingenuous if I didn't write about the transition out of my marriage, because people knew it had happened to me, and it happens to, unfortunately, a lot of families. But I would say the chapter that was most difficult for me to write was the one about losing my friend in his 30s. I was in my early 30s, he was in his late 30s, and he died of cancer. And so to go back over those letters between us and the photos of all the trips with he and his wife, that was really hard and touching. And I'm glad I did.
And what did you get from reflecting on that? Because it can be so shocking, and it can feel unreal and dreamlike for someone who's so important to you and part of your life to suddenly be snatched out of your life. You keep expecting them to come back in at any moment.
You do, or you feel like you'll get an email from them. We didn't have text back then. But my son has the same last name as my friend. It's Rory John, and my friend was John Nielsen, who passed away. And so it was really a poignant moment to have one person passing right as I had this new birth. But I was determined to learn something from it. And from John's death, I learned to live life backwards, which is, how do you want to be remembered on your last day? And if I can always keep that in mind, Warren Buffett says, if you are loved by your family and friends on the last day, and they know they loved you and you know that you loved them, you've lived a good life. And so I've tried to live my life backwards in that way.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Have you ever heard this one? Have you ever heard this one? That's about like reflecting on your life, about in the immediacy of the moment in your life. Have you ever heard this? Ask yourself this question. If you were watching a film of your own life at this moment, what would the audience be shouting at the screen for you to do?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you come up with?
What?
What did you come up with on that?
Exercise more.
I'll take that one.
Exercise more. Well, what did you learn about marriage by reflecting on this?
Well, I learned that
You were a famous married couple.
we were, and but I learned, to have a trusted relationship, which is what I wanted in marriage. Both partners have to be honest with one another, and if you can't have intimacy and you can't have trust. And so in the end, I had to go.
And what do you do with? And so then what do you do with that knowledge? Are you dating now?
I am.
How's that going?
It's been pretty great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's lovely. We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Melinda French Gates, everybody. Stick around.